Diversity.
Oh man.
Yes. This is very big because I saw your post on Facebook. Something happening in the bank.
Oof, big time, yeah.
So that made me, okay, I need to talk about this. And it's going to take like it's a subject that we can go longer and longer.
Of course.
But I just want to really talk just like the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. To me, diversity is happening. Whether, it doesn't matter, Trump, all these guys don't matter. I just came back from Ottawa.
Yeah.
Federal Minister of Immigration. Ask you a question, and I hope your audience takes the time to think about that very carefully. What is the percentage of visible minority within Canadian millennials? Say a number in terms of percentage. How many of that's crazy, 20 to 37-year-old to be precise, 20 to 37, how many of the 20 to 37-year-old, we talk about millennials their buying powers, how they're gonna change the world. How many of these people are visible minorities? And that's just in Canada, because North America is even more impressive. How many according to you?
75, because in my own case, I was with millennials that it's my own, Latinos. So yeah.
You're going a bit apeshit here. 75 is insane. But the answer in Canada, that's a great number. So the answer is 48%.
48%.
So 1 out of 2 people either looks like Seb or looks like you.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
In the millennial community. Okay? In Toronto, you're right. It's 69%.
Okay.
70% of millennials are either black or brown.
Okay.
They're either indigenous, Asians, sorry Asians, you're brown as well. They're either black or brown. So to me, how are we even talking about whether or not diversity is important? Are you kidding me? And people say, oh, there's more women in politics. The U.S. has its first indigenous congresswoman. The U.S. has its first Puerto Rican. Of course they will. Yeah. And it's going to get more and more and more. In the next, that's just in the U.S. alone. In the next, by 2045, 24% of U.S. population is going to be Latin.
Yes, that's true.
24%. 13% will be black. And the balance is going to be visible minorities. There's only going to be 45% of US population is going to be white.
Yes.
That is going to be the first time in the history of modern America that Caucasian America is not going to be the dominant quote-unquote people.
Yeah, wow.
You know what's going to be interesting? Eventually, the people that are going to be pro-diversity are the people that right now have the power. I will see this in my lifetime. In the next 50 years, when everybody's black or brown, white people will be a minority. And that's kind of weird because I think it's going to play a really weird effect on economics.
Yes.
Because now the people that are going to go to Congress and say, hey, we need to have better social this, social that, are going to be, I see it in Griffintown. You go to Verdun, you're going to see poor white people the same way you see poor black people.
True, yeah.
I just believe that when we understand that diversity is not just the future, it's the present. It's not so much about colorism, it's a lot of time about classism. And we're all, I bleed red, he bleeds red, you bleed red. Everybody bleeds red, period. I don't care what anybody says. But the really unification part, and the part that's really important, diversity is a reality, it's happening. Inclusion is a choice.
Okay.
You have to make the choice every day to be inclusive. Sebastian shows his inclusivity how? He's working with a black and brown guy. So he's an inclusive kind of guy, of course. If he wasn't...
He comes from Gaspésie.
God bless Gaspésie then, and God bless your parents. No, it's true, it's very important, because we have to stop the narrative also of thinking, oh, all black and brown people on one side. No. There's people that are allies out there. There's people that don't see color. If they see color, they don't think it should matter about whether or not you are good or bad, right? And that's very important to recognize, because real inclusion is a choice. He made the choice to walk in this office.
Yes.
He didn't have to. We exist. He can't take that away from us. But he made the choice to work with us, right? And those are the kind of people that I want to work for and with for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you're like-minded as me, it don't matter what color you are. If you're cool, you're a cool guy. If you're a dick, you're a dick. And the guy that I met at the RBC, let's name a spade, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
I met an asshole. I didn't meet a white asshole. I met an asshole.
And just to give some context, you were in the bank.
I was waiting to go see the teller. Sorry to cut you off. I'm getting excited now.
Go ahead.
There's an obese Caucasian male that got to the left lane, and he tried to cut me off, and then he started to tell me, this is business, I have to go, and it was my turn. I said, listen, I've been here for 15 minutes, I understand it's business, but just so you know, I'm here to do business as well.
Yeah.
He says, no, you're not here to do business. Your people don't do business. People like you don't do business. And then I just lost it. And then I told him to back up. Nobody from RBC did anything. Thank God I had, once again, you want to see the proof? This is serendipity. White woman behind me. She backed me up. White male behind me. She backed me up. And they called him out on his bullshit. You're lying. The man said, you just insulted this young man. Doesn't matter what color. That's a white man that said this. So it doesn't matter what color you are. The guy stepped up because the guy was a dick.
Yeah.
Period. Being a dick, there's black people that are idiots. Yes. There's white people that are idiots. My main thing was, and that's what I said on social media, I'm glad that it happened to me. Because when he started to lose his mind on me and I lost my mind on him, I said, you have too much gray hair in your beard to believe that I will let you disrespect me. Maybe in your time, back in the 50s, you didn't see a black or brown successful entrepreneur. But I do more for the entrepreneurial ecosystem. I told him this straight into his face. I was livid. I do more for the entrepreneurial ecosystem in 1 week than you'll do in a year. So don't tell me about what I do as far as being a business. You might be depositing $1 million today. I don't care.
True.
I'm not about money. I'm about influence and power. When I pass away, I'm going to be remembered for the deeds that I did and the seeds that I have. My kids and my deeds. And this guy felt like shit. After this experience, I guarantee he went home, maybe he cursed me out, but he felt like shit.
Yeah.
And it resonated with him.
Yeah.
So for me, diversity always wins. It will always win. We got to be more diverse. We got to be more inclusive, more importantly. And the last part is diversity also of age. And what I call generational diversity is very important.
That's true.
Because not everybody speaks Spanish. Not everybody has a beautiful beard like Sebastian.
Yeah.
Not everybody is Muslim. Not everybody wears a hijab. Not everybody is Jewish. But everybody was young. You were young.
Yeah, true.
I was young. Mm-hmm. He was young. The fucking asshole in line at the RBC, he was young. We were all young once in our life. Okay? So we should always think that what he said to me, if I was 17 or 18 years old, it could have crushed me. I could have been, hey, maybe entrepreneurs, maybe he's right, business is not for me. If I'm a young woman, maybe I get out of there, I'm destroyed, and I cry. I cry for days and days, you know? And that's where generational diversity is crucial. We just got to live together and be more inclusive.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's strong. That's very strong. Thank you, Thierry.
My pleasure, Hugo.
Let's do it. Let's do your...
Guys, I hope you guys had a good time. Remember to smile, stay influential. And at the end of the day, I'll add this one, stay inclusive. Hey!
All right.